Welcome to Dr. Dave's Diner. Real psychology for real people by a real psychologist. You have your coffee?
Keeping promises important. I'm not an expert on C.S. Lewis, however, there are many who would say that Lewis, a prolific writer and famed author of the well-known children's book series, The Chronicles of Narnia, was a great man. His greatness is based on the many books and writings he left for the world to read. Not only did he write The Chronicles of Narnia, he also wrote equally great works for adult audiences, such as Till We Have Faces, The Great Divorce, and The Problem of Pain. He wrote more books that are worth reading. However, as I've studied his personal and professional history, I found myself thinking that, though he was a great writer, thinker, and communicator, his greatness might stem from somewhere else. Above all else, Lewis kept his promises. In his early 20s, Lewis served in World War I. As did many in that day, he and his friend Patty Moore volunteered for the service. Members of the military don't often get to choose where to go, and Patty and Lewis were assigned to different divisions. Before they parted, they made a promise to each other that if only one of them survived, he would care for the deceased family. Lewis took this promise seriously, and though he was injured during the war, Lewis survived. Patty did not. After the war, C.S. Lewis returned to his academic career and fulfilled his promise to Patty, who was survived by his younger sister and mother. Lewis's post-war life was not what you might call heroic. Despite being an intellectual giant, his early career positions did not pay much, requiring him to live a somewhat meager life. It was so meager that he often would ask for financial help from his emotionally distant father. Clearly, the fame and wealth of his books that stories now enjoy did not bear similar fruit during his lifetime. His commitment to look after Mrs. Moore and her daughter was no easy task. He was just beginning to write the now famous books. What's more, his peers, though appreciative of his intellect, inhibited Lewis from attaining professional posts that might have paid better. I often wonder whether the world remembers their names. Lewis wrote great works not because he was smart. There are many smart people who don't write great books or do great things. He wrote great stories that the world remembers because he kept his promises. This quality shaped him in ways that fostered a sense of integrity and commitment that isn't always found in intellectual ivory towers or elite academic circles. It didn't make him a perfect human being. Rather, it made him into someone who could write stories that the world remembers. Keeping your promises might not make you a world-renowned author, but I'm absolutely positive that keeping your promises will set you apart from the rest of the world. What's more, the people whom your promises affect will remember you and your kept promises for a lifetime.
I'm clinical psychologist David NieKamp, and you've been listening to Dr. Dave's Diner. You can find me at dr.daves.diner@gmail.com. Come back next week and bring a friend. We will serve you up something good. In the meantime, enjoy what life brings you one day at a time. We'll see you then.